Good Wednesday evening, November 20th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort announced today that opening day for the 2024-25 season is scheduled for this Saturday, November 23rd. The town of Winthrop in Okanogan County asked residents today to limit their use of water after the main pump supplying the city failed. Warmer temperatures and rain showers in our forecast through the end of the week. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. The first big snowfall of winter also meant a rash of power outages for the Wenatchee Valley overnight. A down line near Pangborn Memorial Airport about 1:30 this morning knocked out electricity to about 500 customers just west of the airport, though service was soon restored. A second outage about 7 a.m. affected 1,400 customers in East Wenatchee south of Grant Road. All of those customers saw their lights come back on by 9 o'clock. In Chelan County, wide areas of the western county saw failures, mainly due to fallen trees and dropped limbs. That included more than 500 customers along Blewett Pass who were without power for just over an hour. Beyond those outages, the Washington State Patrol says some motorists fell prey to spin out and skids during the morning commute, like this one on Highway 28 near Rock Island. No serious injuries were reported. After 3 months of discussion, Chelan County PUD commissioners approved 2 more years of small annual rate increases on Monday. Effective in June of 2025 and June 2026, the average residential PUD customer will pay an extra $2 on their monthly electricity bill with each increase, while water and wastewater customers will pay about $3 to $4 more on their monthly bill based on average use. The utility says its goal is to gradually increase rates to keep up with the increasing cost of providing its services. In the last 6 years, the PUD's cost to generate and deliver electricity from its hydroelectric dams has increased by about 50%. Commissioners expect to adopt the PUD's 2025 annual budget on December 2nd. The U.S. Senate today confirmed an Eastern Washington appeals court judge to become the next federal judge for U.S. District Court in Spokane. Rebecca Pennell, who served on Division III of the State Court of Appeals since 2016, won her confirmation by a vote of 50 to 48 this morning. The Stanford law graduate has previously served as a federal public defender. In 8 years, Pennell heard appeal cases from throughout Eastern Washington. She was appointed to the federal bench by President Joe Biden to replace former U.S. District Judge Salvador Mendoza, who was elevated to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Senator Patty Murray helped steer Pennell's nomination through the Senate. The confirmation means all 9 vacancies that occurred on Washington's federal bench during the Biden administration have now been filled. Get ready to hit the slopes. Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort announced today that opening day for the 2024-25 season is scheduled for this Saturday, November 23rd. This is the 12th time in 13 years that Mission Ridge is opened on or before the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, thanks to early snowfall and the Mission Ridge snowmaking team. The season will start with Chair 1 and Chair 2 operating from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on November 23rd and 24th. With all resort services open. Firefighters, EMTs, and law enforcement professionals are invited to ski and ride for free from opening day until December 15th. When we come back, a Grant County lawmaker is one of 2 named Legislator of the Year by Washington STEM, and the town of Winthrop in Okanogan County asked residents today to limit their use of water after the main pump supplying the city failed. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The triple topper's back.
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Save up to $1,000 on hot spring spas or buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. Why shop anywhere else? Central Washington Water. They service what they sell.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab.
Be sure to join us Saturday, November 30th at Hooked on Toys for our Toy Drive kickoff.
I'll be there broadcasting live on Country 104.7 KKRV starting at 9.
And we'll be on NCWLIFE channel live from 10 to 11.
This is a chance to find out more about the organizations that serve children here in North Central Washington.
Help us kick off the Toy Drive this year to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday at Hooked on Toys.
And Happy Holidays.
Many of Chelan County's ravines have unfortunately been used as sites for illegal dumping. Last week, the county's Public Works Department sent a cleanup detail to a ravine off Templin Road near the town of Chelan. There, the solid waste crew and the county road supervisors cleaned up more than 40 yards of garbage, including chairs, bikes, mattresses, tires, a water heater, a treadmill, and believe it or not, a boat. Illegal dumping is a crime, and the county encourages anyone seeing it in progress or finding a dump site to report it to the Public Works Office or to Rivercom at 663-9911. A Grant County lawmaker is one of the 2 named Legislator of the Year by Washington STEM, a statewide nonprofit focused on science, technology, engineering, and math education for young people. State Representative Alex Ybarra of Quincy was named to the honor last week. Washington STEM says Ybarra has been a champion of career-related learning in the 13th District and across the state. The Republican serves as the ranking member of the House Committee on Post-Secondary Education and Workforce Development. The Washington STEM Award is presented annually to members of the state legislature who demonstrate leadership in promoting STEM education. The town of Winthrop in Okanogan County asked residents today to limit their use of water after the main pump supplying the city failed. The Western-themed town is home to about 500 people, and it's a popular vacation spot for both winter sports and summer tourism. Okanogan County Emergency Management says Winthrop put out the request about 10:30 this morning while it worked to replace the pump. The work was expected to be complete by the end of the day. Coming up next, the Douglas County PUD and East Wenatchee Police Departments have partnered together for a first-of-its-kind police vehicle. We'll have more on that story in tonight's feature story. Light snow is still a possibility tonight, with rain showers and warmer temperatures expected over the next couple of days. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Who does Springwater Insurance Group work for? Well, we work for you. Now, some of you think we work for Medicare insurance plans. No, we work for you and your Medicare needs. Now, we are independent agents, and this allows us to teach you about all your plan choices. Now, once we find the most suitable health and drug plan for this new year, we then assist you with your enrollment. We also take it a step further. We provide local, face-to-face customer service at one of our local offices. We provide this service because it's what you want.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab.
Be sure to join us Saturday, November 30th at Hooked on Toys for our Toy Drive kickoff.
I'll be there broadcasting live on Country 104.7 KKRV starting at 9.
And we'll be on NCWLIFE channel live from 10 to 11.
This is a chance to find out more about the organizations that serve children here in North Central Washington.
Help us kick off the Toy Drive this year to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday at Hooked on Toys.
And Happy Holidays.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
The Douglas County PUD and East Wenatchee Police Departments have partnered together for a first-of-its-kind police vehicle. The East Wenatchee Police have added what's believed to be the first-ever hydrogen-powered police car to its fleet. According to a press release, Douglas PUD received 4 used Toyota Mirai hydrogen cell vehicles through a grant from Toyota to, quote, showcase the potential of a renewable hydrogen as a clean fuel source. A 4-year interlocal agreement between the City of East Wenatchee and Douglas PUD allows the police department to utilize one of the hydrogen cars as part of its growing fleet of eco-friendly vehicles. NCWLIFE News spoke with Chief Rick Johnson to learn more about the partnership and his agency's part in the city's shift towards becoming more environmentally friendly.
At East Wenatchee, we're interested in trying out new technology as they come, particularly in this scenario related to our vehicle fleet. We'd previously partnered with Douglas PUD on an electric vehicle on the Ford Lightning, and it had worked out really well, so much so that we've added 2 more EVs that are currently being set up, should be out on the road next year. I heard about this project that they had going and actually contacted Gary Ivory and said, we heard about this, is this something you'd be interested in partnering with us on? And over a several-month process, came back to us and said, yeah, we would do a lease on one if you wanted to try one. And really, I think just because it worked out so well on the EV, we want to see what else is out there. Part of the strategic plan for East Wenatchee as a city is exploring green options as a city and how we can do that. One of our biggest, I guess, carbon footprints is our vehicles. And so I think long-term, determining what percentage of our vehicle fleet is realistic to be in these alternative categories. We have 11 hybrid vehicles on top of the 3 EVs that we'll have out next year and this. And right now, it doesn't seem like it would make sense to go 100% on these. We've had some issues, especially with the hybrids, but just seeing what's going to be realistic for us as a city. We weren't exactly sure what was going to be the most realistic situation for charging of the EV truck, whether it was going to be a charging station at our actual police station, or do we have a take-home car fleet? And what we ended up determining was the officers have to show up with the vehicle charged and ready. So there wasn't a need to put a big infrastructure into the police department facility itself. And we've actually worked out a deal between the city and the police union where the chargers are installed in their home, and then there's a monetary stipend associated with the electric cost. The hybrids are about half the cost on fuel consumption as the all-gas vehicles, and the EV truck has been about $3 a shift to run for a 12-hour shift, which, I mean, comparable to the all-gas vehicles is as much as $75 a shift, so significantly lower cost and lower maintenance so far. The 3 EV vehicles are part of the assigned fleet. This is actually, I guess, an extra car, I would call it. And so during their discretionary time, officers use the vehicles for different things. This one we're envisioning would probably be when their staffing allows, which is a lot of the days, to have someone assigned to traffic. And probably where I think the public will see this one most is traffic enforcement.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Wednesday. And boy, as advertised, that bomb cyclone, it dumped a lot of snow and brought a lot of wind into western Washington. The snow was pretty much in central Washington, but we'll talk more about that in a second. Here is a look outside our weather window from this afternoon. It's our #1 Canyon Sky-Fi Tower cam, and you can see still a lot of low-hanging clouds around the Wenatchee Valley, and it's a mixture. Some low clouds, some fog, and also some smoke from everyone using those wood-burning stoves today. We could still, it's highly doubtful, but still see a little bit of light snow through tonight to about 4 a.m. on Thursday. Wenatchee, we could pick up maybe another inch or so of snow, and the same goes for the Omak Loop Pass area, another inch or two, and the same for Stevens and up into Washington Pass. But boy, places like Stevens Pass and Loop Pass, 18 inches of snow. They don't need any more additional snow. We'll talk more about that here coming up. But today's high temperature, as expected, it was a little cooler than normal. 37, our unofficial high today. 42 is where we should be for this time of year. And once again, beautiful record high in 1962 of 62 degrees. We were 32 this morning. 30 is our normal low. And once again, that cold November of 1985, our third day in a row, our record low, 6 degrees back in 1985. And how about this? 9/10 of an inch of precipitation out of this heavy wet snow that we picked up, and that gets us a little healthier. 4.9 inches now for the year, but we're still about 1.4 inches behind where we should be for this time of year. And for the first time, snowfall, 5 inches reported at Pangbourne Airport. The funny thing is, a lot less in Wenatchee, but then a little bit more as you climb in elevation. 7:14 our sunrise this morning, and the sun set this afternoon at 4:19. Let's check those Thursday temperatures. They'll be a lot like today, still a little bit on the cool side. 44 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 43 in Quincy, 39s from Wenatchee into Eniat and Chelan, 40 for Omak, and 37 the afternoon high temperature tomorrow for you folks up in Leavenworth. Tonight we can expect evening rain showers. Here's what's left of that bomb cyclone. It's just a very strong winter storm now, and you can see a widespread rain is expected throughout Washington with some snow showers once again in the northern Cascades. Lows tonight in the low 30s. For your Thursday, mostly cloudy skies, a couple areas of low pressure now beginning to develop. We'll see about a 40% chance of rain on Thursday. High temperatures near 40 degrees. Getting you into the end of the week on Friday. This could be a wet day as well. Cloudy skies, perfect position of this area of low pressure to bring that moisture into Washington. 80% chance of the wet stuff with highs in the low 40s. As we get you into your upcoming weekend, things will begin to dry out. Mostly cloudy, a little bit warmer on Saturday. We'll see highs in the mid 40s, so that'll be about 3 to 4 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. Still some scattered showers in the Seattle area if you're headed that way this weekend, but don't think the passes will be bad. For Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. Our area of low pressure actually moves back out to the west a little bit. We'll see a nice day for Sunday with high temperatures again about where they should be for this time of year in the low 40s. Kicking off our next work week, mostly cloudy skies once again throughout the entire state. We'll see seasonal temperatures with highs in those low 40s, so we're going to stay awfully consistent as far as temperatures go. By the time we get to the end of our forecast on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies then. Not a bad day at all with high temperatures again consistently into those low 40s. Take a look at your 7-day forecast now. The freezing mark overnight tonight, 40% chance of rain tomorrow and 39 degrees. This will be our next wet day on Friday, and 80% chance of rain. The good news, we're going to warm up to about 43 degrees. And then by the time we get to the weekend, mostly cloudy for both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures between 40 and 45 with partly to mostly cloudy skies early next week. High temperatures generally in the low 40s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab.
Be sure to join us Saturday, November 30th at Hooked on Toys for our Toy Drive kickoff.
I'll be there broadcasting live on Country 104.7 KKRV starting at 9.
And we'll be on NCWLIFE channel live from 10 to 11.
This is a chance to find out more about the organizations that serve children here in North Central Washington.
Help us kick off the Toy Drive this year to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday at Hooked on Toys.
And Happy Holidays. And a happy Wednesday to you. The Seattle Kraken are back on home ice tonight against the Nashville Predators. Seattle made a trade with Vancouver to bring Daniel Sprong back into the fold. Sprong was on the ice over the weekend against the Islanders and Rangers. He says he's happy to be back in a Seattle uniform.
It feels good to be back. I think I said that on Sunday. You know, I never really wanted to leave. It's just the business side came into play, and got to respect management for letting me and get some money that off season, which I think I've earned. And just happy to be back and keep in touch with a lot of these guys, through the year I was gone, and really excited to be back.
Kraken beat the Predators on their ice back in mid-October 7-3. Coach Dan Bilesmo was asked what they can take away from that game heading into tonight's contest.
The experience that we beat a good team. It was on the road as well, but it was a dangerous team, a good team, regardless of what their record. Probably not where they want it to be right now, but they're still got a lot of weapons over there, and they're going to be a very good team this year. And had some success against them. Got to draw on that, take on that, and drive it home in the next one.
Puck drops at 7 o'clock with tonight's game broadcast nationally on TNT. Well, Gonzaga will try to improve to 5-0 in the men's college basketball season tonight. The third-ranked Bulldogs are home in the kennel to host Long Beach State. That game gets underway at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. The Wenatchee Wild are north of the border for a midweek clash in Kelowna tonight. They'll drop the puck at Prospera Place at 7:05. You can hear Austin Drade on the call on radio locally at 560 KPQ after tonight. Wenatchee heads for Portland Saturday, Seattle next Wednesday. The Wild will be back home on December 6th against Spokane. Well, growing up in Western Washington, I was an unusual kid. Yes, I loved sports and my teams, the Seahawks, the Mariners, and the Sonics, but my other heroes were sportscasters. Nationally, you couldn't go wrong with Keith Jackson. I'd watch him call college football and be enthralled by his folksy way of delivering the excitement. Johnson breaks through the line and looked like a kid in a candy store at Christmas, finding prize inside in the form of Stanford quarterback John Elway. Watching local TV, you had three choices. Of course, we lived out in the boondocks in Skagit County and had an antenna on the outside of the house that you had to spin around in order to get any signal. We got Como the best. That's where I'd find always smiling, warm tones of Bruce King. That smile and twinkle in his eye. He could tell you about a Seahawks loss, and it didn't feel so bad. We didn't get Cairo very well in the boonies of Skagit County, but Wayne Cody's rapid-fire delivery and sharp-tongued wit cut through the static. He was on the field and in the locker room and seemed to be buddies with everyone. Then over on King 5, there was the diminutive former barber, Tony Ventrella. He had a sarcastic tone that resonated through his rather prodigious nose that spoke of his Italian roots. These were the guys I watched and wanted to emulate. Later in life, I had the chance to meet Tony Ventrella while I worked for Cairo Radio and the Seahawks. He was one of the nicest people I've ever met in the business or in life. When he asked you how you were doing, he actually waited around and wanted to know the answer. Wayne passed away in 2002, Keith in 2012, Bruce in 2017, and now, just last month after a battle with cancer, Tony passed away. The Seahawks put together a nice tribute to the man who loved every minute of life and his sports.
3, 2, and 1. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, let's hope they don't collide. Ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1. When preseason starts in early August, all 32 teams have the same goal, and it's simply this: to win a Super Bowl.
Wait.
The big pick, and it will stick. I'll tell you right now. I'm not trying to make a silly rhyme here, but I just did. When you think about it.
Now, if I happen to be the general manager, this would be my office. Hey, you got to have high goals.
No, it doesn't hurt, but if it's the summertime and you're trying to wear cute sandals.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, yeah. Yeah, I have a tough time with cute sandals myself. I know how you feel.
Oh.
Chris Maragos.
Interview you, please.
Yeah, go ahead, sure. This is a reverse interview. Let's go.
Yeah, we're reverse.
That's why I listen to you every week.
Thank you. This is a great city, and there is a big football game happening here on Sunday.
This is Michael Bennett reporting live from the VMAC. Today has been a special day. You know, usually when guys clean out their locker, it's over, but this is a story that's just beginning.
Of course, the next layer will be topsoil, then eventually sod. It's all going to be green out here, just like my lawn. Well, maybe a little bigger. Rookie mini camp here at Seahawks headquarters. 8 of the draftees, 12 undrafted. Crap, that was good. 3, 2, 1. I'm Tony Ventrella, Seahawks.com. I'm Tony Ventrella, Seahawks.com. I'm Tony Ventrella, Seahawks.com.
Thank you for the smiles, Tony Ventrella. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. When you have a second, we'd love for you to take our online survey about NCWLIFE's news and programming. Your responses help us better serve the North Central Washington community. You can find that survey on our website at ncwlife.com. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.